we're streaming. We are on Twitch. Yo, what's going on, Twitch? Let's just have a little look and see if YouTube is doing this thing. It would be great if it is. So I'll just wait until a couple of you come into the chat. Yeah, let me just put on a little tune. Here we go. No, not that one. What can we put on? Because that is top secret material. So, yo, if you're already watching, thank you very much for joining in and getting connected. No, you're not allowed to listen to that yet. That's something that's coming out in a little while. Let's just stick on a Sonnet tune just for a minute or two. Here we go. Just while we wait for a couple of people to join the stream. It's another demo drop with me, Dave Columbo Jenkins. One more thing, if you're already watching, you probably already know that. So I just need to sort out a little bit of admin, get a couple more. Oh, did I see? Yo, what's going on? Salter in the chat, Hash in the chat straight away. Go on, cool. We just need to get on with the demos, I think, really. I will let this tune play. It's going really well, thank you, Salter. It's going really well. I'm feeling organised, I'm feeling on top of things. Behind that black curtain, the sun is shining. Yeah, it's all right. How are you guys doing? Hey, go on. Yes, what's going on, Dan? How are you? How are things at Inside D&B? I see that you're launching a label as well, like label things. Yes, hey, go on. D-Pro's here as well. Cool, we have got a couple of people here. It's saying that there's literally no one watching on Twitch, but I know you're all coming through Twitch. Who cares? As long as you can see me, as long as you can hear me. Right, so I've got 2 more demos to just quickly put onto the spreadsheet. And we will all enjoy this Sonnet tune in the meantime, and then we will crack on properly. Are the sound levels all coming through okay? Is everything coming through? I mean, I need to turn this down slightly for me. There we go. But let me know if you can hear it okay, if I'm coming through okay. I just need to put in, so who else have we had? Right, this one's literally just come through now. That's from Direct. So we'll wrap up with that one. Bit of a spoiler alert for you all there. Direct is going to be the last tune. Oh, actually, no. Somebody else is. Right, so hold on. Right, Direct. Oh, I just put that in there and just put tune. There we go. Because I really want to get on with the new music. I know this tune. This was just something I was listening to earlier. I hope everybody as well. There we go. Looking forward to starting the label. I've been thinking about it for 31 years. Wow, go on. Yeah, I have more. I'm getting more. Right, loud and clear on the mic. Music is a bit quiet. Okay, that's really good to know. Thank you, Hash. There we go. How's that? Is that a little bit better? What was I going to say? So now if I turn this down in I need to turn that down in here, don't I? And then that's not going to affect anybody there. I am finding running a label. Oh, right, I know what I'm doing there. One of the most fulfilling parts of my job and of having one more thing, really, especially doing stuff like this. Like, okay, cool, right, all of the levels are coming through. I just got one more, and then I'm just going to put a note of it here. And we will get to that in a minute. Let's get on. Let's have our first demo, the first demo drop of episode 12. Who knew it was going to get this far and develop into the beast that it is? Like, there's loads of regular people who are all tuning in. Thank you so much to everybody who tunes in and contributes. It is without people sending music and getting involved in the chat and commenting and stuff, then this show would be absolutely nothing. It'd literally be me here talking to myself, which I do all of the time anyway. Right, this is a new person. We've never played him on the demo drop before, but he is known to me, but I don't think he knows that quite yet. So yes, Jeff, J Lower. So I've chatted to him through my Welsh music podcast, which is just on ice for a little while I kind of find some time and headspace and funds to continue with it. But yeah, he got into production like really, really late on. I think it might have even been around lockdown, but it's like, you know, kind of he's not a young producer, let's say. But I don't think he knows that. I think he's just sent it to demos because he hasn't said hello, Dave, or anything like that. So, yo, I'm going to join some dots for you. Maybe you already know. Maybe you just thought it was a submission email. I don't know. I'm talking too much. Let's press play. It's the first demo drop, episode 12. Blah. Oh, now that does sound quiet. I think this is a pre-master, so we're going to turn this up. We got to turn this up. This is very, very quiet, isn't it? Hold on a minute. Does this help if I go like that? Can everybody hear it? Ah, Kune, how are you doing? Yes, Stereoripe. Ooh, Have I got Stereoripe? I've got a horrible feeling I've left you off the spreadsheet. No. No, I really haven't. You're actually next. Go on. That's really cool. Okay. Right. Moody. What an atmospheric way to start the demo drop. The A&R man walks through the fog, slams down a big bag of demo and says, "On the daddy now." This really is soundtrack music, isn't it? Reminds me of Air. Not the shit around us that we breathe. The French duo? Very William Orbit. Yeah, really nice pads. So this track is called Gantz. I'll quickly share J Lower's SoundCloud as well. It's very, very chill. You're absolutely right, Sonnet. Yeah, definitely. Ooh, now there's the switch. So we can hear that these drums need a lot more work. This is a pre-master, but obviously all of these drums need to really, if you're going to do that switch from half tempo to full tempo or standard tempo to double time, you need that switch, you need that bah, like fuck, I've just been hit. This is the demo drop. This is very much at a demo level. I tell you who this reminds me of? Hybrids. Another Welsh act. Massive Welsh flavour going on. I'm looking at Dan inside D&B name. Stereoripe. J Lower. Obviously not all of you are Welsh. Apologies to those of you who aren't. And this is something that would creep up on me. What am I listening to again? This is an album track. This is an afters track. Ooh, nice little bit of acid coming in there as well. This is really well structured, actually. Do you know what? I've never made the connection with J-Lo until I've looked at your comment hash for J Lower, because I was thinking, like, is it a cool name? What is it that makes it a cool name? So J-Lo is low, but J Lower is even lower. This is lush. Jeff, to call you by your real name, I want to hear a master version of this. I want to hear everything pop and sparkle and shine. I think you've got the basis of something really beautiful here. Yeah. Some blocks are lower than the basement. Wow, cool. Quite a lot of you on Twitch now. This is brilliant. And on YouTube. So big up to everybody who's joining me. If you are new to this, if you just come across the stream or just started following One More Thing, every 2, 3, 4 weeks, a load of us get together on this. Like I said, loads of unreleased music. I haven't listened to any of this, haven't listened to a single beat of any of these tracks. So this is capturing my initial reaction, my thoughts on where this music should live, how it should evolve. Sorry, J-Lower. I'm chatting all over the vocals. I'm interested to know where these vocals come from. Yeah, yeah, what a way to start the episode. That is, we've not started an episode. Normally the episode starts with a bit of a headbutt usually, and it's a bit like, whoa, right, okay, off we go at the races. We've eased into this. That's nice. That's what I like. That's the type of day I'm having. It's been a busy old day. I've been talking all day in meetings, hence the croaky voice. Well, the croaky voice is from years of smoking. Let's face it. But yeah, it's been one of those days, been a lovely day, and now we're into this. And now I can see, this is UKG, right? So this is Stereoripe. I can see you in the chat as well. Stereoripe. Yeah, I mean, we've released some of your music in the past. You've been part of our Mixmas campaign, like a Welsh person as well. So very much part of the Demo Drop and One More Thing community. Let's press play and let's see how that goes. Oh, no, I need to turn this down. This is not a pre-master. Let me know where we're at with the sound and everything. Peace and love. The most important ingredients. Okay. Now we're hitting the party time. There we go. Ooh. No, that's not the same one. Sorry, that's So how is that bass? There's Stereoripe's SoundCloud there. Very, very wobbly. Does it need more retaining? Does it kind of fart out a little bit too much? This is great though. That's cute. This has got attitude. This is nice. So what are the producers saying? Let's get some feedback from the community as well. I think the drums need a little bit more of a smack. But I really like these ravey chords, these ravey stabs. And the variation as well. We've gone through about 3 different beat patterns, I think. A mixed bag of vibes. Ooh. Okay. So this is quite interesting. Because there, we've done that breakdown thing. I've rewound it a bit. Does that, I really like the fact, I'm just going to pause that for a second. Does that need a build-up when you've gone from the breakdown? I mean, we've talked about this before on previous episodes where there hasn't been a build-up, and I really like that. Is this a bit too unapologetic? So I don't know, if we go back here. Nice little section, everybody's breakdancing. Could something else happen there just before, so there's an impact when all this kicks in? I think I want to see a tiny bit more control over the bass. The best way I can describe it, this is definitely not a technical term, but you know, like a muffin in a case and the top bit folds over. And this is sometimes referred to like if you saw me without a top on and my trousers. It's the same situation. The bass feels like it's doing that a little bit. Just kind of getting out, it's bleeding out. And I think it needs a bit more space. I like the switches between 2-step and 4/4. So Hash is saying, loves the wobs, maybe can make them wobbier. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Mr. Wazzo. Yeah, definitely. There's definitely a Mr. Wazzo element or flavour to that. Perhaps more compression, more like a tighter, maybe more clipped. So it's like a bit more staccato. Because I think when you've got a bass line hitting with a melody and it's going like da 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 with the actual excuse me. Hold on, this is just completely tracked that the algorithms has decided there. So yeah, I think when the bass line is doing the melody as well, and when you've got it on that staccato, da 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 da, and it's kind of rum, 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 rum. So I don't know if that's compression or a tightness, like a sharpening. So many brilliant elements in that, the arrangement on that, the flow of that, the journey on it. I'm here for the non-technical explanations. I'm kind of describing it how I see it in my brain or hear it in my ears in a way. Right, okay, so on to demo number 3. Thank you so much, Stereoripe. That's brilliant. What a really cool way, like lovely way to get in. And now we've got Sonnet. So now we are probably, well, quite possibly, I mean, he has shown many different flavours over the demo drops. We literally just come off a call like an hour or two ago with somebody else in the industry who's going to help us out with promoting Sonnet's EP, and I think we've actually got a release date now. So if you know your national days, and you all should really, it's coming out on National Melon Day. Yeah, and if you don't know that date, then you really need to sort your melons out. So here we go. This is Sonnet, regular, probably one of the most consistent contributors to this show, alongside the likes of Damage Man. Yeah, this is called Weaken. Let's go. Muffin Top Crew, brilliant. No, my pleasure, Stereoripe. So here we go. Which way is this going to go? I have never heard this song before. I love seeing the reaction to everybody in the chat. Oh, E-Town Junglists. How you doing, E-Town Junglists? Big up everybody on YouTube. Big up everybody on Twitch. Ooh. Okay, I'm officially holding on to my hat now. Oh, go on. We got Canada in the house. Okay. And we got Essex in the house. Oh, Hash already knows this. Okay. Oi, 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 oi. Okay, okay. Oh, man. Oh, literally rippling with goosebumps. Like. Oh. Oh, man. Yeah. Brilliant. And I'll share a little tidbit with you. Actually, we just let's pause that for a second. Right, I sent some of Sonnet's material to AMC. He came back within about 10 minutes saying, wow, who the fuck is this? They sound like Camo and Crooked, but happier or bouncier. Callum, you might have to, I'm not going to sit here on a stream and scroll through emails from famous DJs or WhatsApps from famous DJs. AMC compared Sonnet to Camo and Crooked. And this is, these are the levels that we're talking about on this. This is absolutely amazing. AMC is one of the people who is actually really championing new talent as well. So it's great to have his ear and be able to send him music. And this is why we're doing the demo drop. This is to help you all with your careers and play a role in that, and hopefully release some of your music and just play a role in just the growth of the scene. So let's carry on listening to music. I'm going to rewind it to the start of the breakdown there. But I wanted to let you all know that, because these are the levels that we're talking about. By episode 12, we're already dealing with the biggest DJs in drum and bass. And of course, Sultra as well in the chat. You would know all about that as well. Through playing a tune, that went to Gifter. AMC picked up on the clip. That tune's been played on Radio 1. We are not fucking around. Let's go. Oh, I love those harmonics. Yeah. I haven't shared this SoundCloud in the chat yet. I do apologise. I'd imagine regulars of this show. Oh, go on, big up Soldier. Yeah, it has, right? So Dan, you're absolutely right. It's kind of got that European kind of technical sound, really reminiscent of like Used and people like that. But then it's kind of got the UK kind of hookiness to it. It's got the kind of divided and modus kind of euphoria to it. It ticks a hell of a lot of boxes, and as Hash will know as well, and obviously Sonnet himself, when I played in Volks, I played 3 out of 4 tunes from the EP, and the 4th tune I played in Come Be To Be With Me with Energy just hours before, so literally played the whole EP within the space of about 3 hours, which I mean, even with anything else, even with Lakeway's album that I've been absolutely hammering, which is out now if you haven't checked it, you know, like I haven't been able to play that many tunes in one set. So this is Infinite Music 10. He's been on the show at least once before. He's 17. He's from Sibley, I think, and he's based in London, or the other way around. Let me press play, and then I will give you more details. This is called... Whoa, that intro, I'm not going to talk over that. That sounded really cool. Yeah, it's called Panache. That's all I was going to say. Right, there we go. I've got no panache whatsoever when it comes to hosting a live stream. I like this. This is the sound of my head when I wake up and all day long. Okay. All right, Infinite Music 10. I think you're actually watching right now, here. It says that you're following me on Twitch, on my inbox. Oh. Yes. Okay. Wow. So, I can tell you what I like about this with non-technical terms, that meow, meow sounds, which is the main lead now, was actually in the background as part of the build-up while those crazy kind of sped-up anime kind of sounds or animated kind of sounds were there. I really like that switch. So here we go. I'm just going to take this back. You can hear it in the background. Fire in the hole. What? Oof, fucking hell. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Dan. Kids are shredding up the place. The future's theirs, like. So yeah, let me just bring up a few more details on Infinite 10. Oof. Oh, this is good. This is good. Right, downloading that. The Fireworks Factory. I'm not too sure if you're watching this particular stream. I'm definitely going to drop this in our set, which we do on Monday. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. It's only 3 minutes 18 as well. He's packing a lot into this track. So his name is Alexander. No, he's from London and he's currently based in Georgia. And he's 17. And I like this. Whoa. Brilliant. Great second drop as well. Scatty as hell. This is brilliant. Lots of love from this. So Stereoripe is loving this. Cooney is loving this. Yeah. Yikes. Definitely. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so, whoa. 3 minutes, 18 seconds, and still got time for that craziness right at the end. Wow, like that. So coming from Sonnet and then that, like, what a way. So two, like a really mellow opener, then a moody kind of attitudey garage thing from Stereoripe, then Sonnet and that. Wow, now we are cooking on about 1 million burners here now. Whew. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I had something else to say. Yes, Infinite 10. Alexander, tell me, is that binaural? I tend to get a lot of things about ADHD on my feed. I imagine we all do. I think everybody does. But binaural music, where you've got samples going slightly differently, doing different things on either sides of the spectrum, is really soothing for the brain and helps you focus. And I'm wondering, you know, what Hash is saying there about feeling the drilling into the brain, but it sounded like there was two things kind of going on at once. So tell me, Alexander, is that binaural, or is that just you going scatty in the studio and really going very mental with some samples? Yeah, I'm going to email you separately. I think we need to have a little conversation and show some support, do some editorial support, maybe get a mix, maybe talk about a release or something like that. And again, labels, if you're watching, like, you need to be picking up on this dude. Have I said his details in the chat? I think I have. And they will obviously, if you're watching this later on, they will all be in the description as well on a YouTube upload. Okay, right, cool. Let's go. Who've we got next now? Right, the Panache. Kind of need to, like, recover a little bit. Okay, so Onetral now. Now, Onetral, where do you come from? I recognise your name, and I believe it's from Mark Chiz, my colleague who also runs Brainwave. I'm almost entirely certain that this has come via him. So let's press play. Austria. Another incredible territory for drum and bass. And one that is essentially, it's like the Wales of Germany. Not in terms of borders or anything like that. Don't want to get geopolitical. But the Austrian accent, because they speak German, is the same as Welsh people speak in English. Melodic, beautiful, dulcet. So yeah, big up on my Austrian kindred spirits. Yeah, I think you're right, D-Pro. This is already sounding dope. Ooh. You can already imagine Camo and Crooked like starting a set with this, can't you? Epic. Ooh. Hey. Little question. Go pause that for a second, because we're already halfway through the track. When you've got such a massive intro like that, does it do the tune a favour when it just kind of happens to, like, kind of falls into the beat? Does it need more, here's the fucking tune, add a couple more minutes to it, like fuck trends, and everybody's playing something we all needed to be on Spotify, so it has to be under 3 minutes. For the purpose of something so dramatic to open like that, do we need it to open out even more and really kick into those beats? So I'm going to take it back. I'm going to take it back to here. Yeah, that little Mozart-y bit. I like that. Yeah. Love that. I'm totally in two minds as to whether that should have like another 16 or 32 and really build up to it, and maybe have some silence and then kick in, or maybe it does this on purpose. Perhaps that's the character of the tune. Yeah, I mean, Dan is saying proper electronic music. Yeah, Soldier saying Cameron Crooked Matthews. Cooney saying first level. Stumbly filters. I like that term. Yeah. Oh, and I'm definitely downloading it. So this is called Neimals. So I'm going to guess it's German for normal. Oh, never. My mic is a little hot. I'm a little hot. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not really. That is epic. Like, honestly epic. So is my mic still okay? Is my mic a little bit better now? I don't. It's such a fine line. And actually, I'll apologise to anybody who's watching or taking part in the last demo drop. I listened back to it. I had a stinking cold. Still got a little bit of a cold now, but I was coughing and sneezing all over the tunes. Like, right, there we go. So much level. There really is. Like, there's a mad how drum and bass can be categorised into its geographical origins now, definitely. And that was sounding Austrian, wasn't it? Like, that was sounding Austrian, German. But then you could say that. I mean, there was a German, for me, I would say German, because it reminds me very much of the trance that has inspired that by people like Oliver Hunterman and Stefan Bodzin and stuff like that. So very, very, very German. From Germany, we go to Birmingham. To Chazwav, another regular of this show. Now, I seem to recall him describing this as non-drum and bass in the email. Let's find out. The anticipation is killing me. Chazwav has done some brilliant tunes, which we've had on here as well. I don't know, Chazzy, are you in the chat? There's quite a lot. Like, there's like some good numbers here for the level of show that we're at and the level that we're at. And this is brilliant. You're all participating and it's great. Yes, this ain't drum and bass. Neither is it dubstep either. Right, okay. We're in the club. Oh. Yeah. Okay, downloading that. This is the type of stuff I play when I'm playing against or with Scartip. That's really warm. You've got the kick and the sub. They're connected. They glue. Quite understated, but not fucking around at the same time. I was a massive fan of Deep Dish years ago, and this was the type of kind of stuff that they would play for the first hour or so of their set. I could never quite find it myself. Hey, Damage Man, what's going on, Tom? I got your tune, and I got your typos on that interview as well. Sorry I haven't replied to you. Ooh, yeah, those groany noises. What's really cool is when people who make drum and bass make house music. I've said this quite a few times before. I've been drum and bass people, they have different textures, there's a different sense of urgency. My main issue, this is a festival type of tune, isn't it? Like, I'd say kind of just before the sun sets, your mates just come back from the bar with a couple of beers. You can see the sun setting through like the sides. Oh wow, okay, cool. This is a moment. This is the first time this year I've actually got excited about festivals. I've been looking at lineups, I've been looking at festivals, I'm just thinking, don't care, just dead inside. Carl Cox has started spinning drum and bass again relatively recently since it's become popular. Famously, he completely ditched jungle and turned his back on it and went techno. He does, I mean, he can play drum and bass. A good DJ like Carl Cox can play both. But I think it's not in the playing, it's in the making. Yeah, there's been some brilliant tunes so far. This is a really nice section. But these are the type of tunes that I was trying to find when I was younger and trying to find house and techno. It's like, it was always a little bit too obvious or a little bit too deep. This has got the warmth, it's got character, it's got swing, it's got some break beats. Yeah, dubby. I wish I knew enough house DJs to kind of send this to, but if anybody's watching this, like, this needs picking up. This is really nice. Really, really nice. Chazzy, when you're rewatching this, if you're not in the chat, get in touch. Tell me where it's come from. Give me a little story on this, because all I've heard from you so far is like full-on wicked, contemporary, very upfront drum and bass. Maybe we've had a dubstep tune. I don't think so, though. I need to know more about this. Yeah, that. Like a little kind of ghostly groan. Okay. Hash, you're next. That's just a superb groove. Really, really, really nicely kind of tied up. The sub hits with the kicks. Those percussive bits all really go. Type of loop you could have on for just ages while you're just bubbling away. Really, really nice. That was called Submerged. Everybody follow Chazwav. And now on to Hash, right? Who I was very, very happy to meet at Vox at the end of February. And I'm really like that. Hash, by the way, like, I'm really liking your photography as well. So Hash doesn't have SoundCloud, so he's got an Instagram, so I'm going to put that in the chat in a moment when I press play. Do give him a follow because his photos are beautiful. Really capture some stories, like, quite abstract in a way, but I love that. You capture the essence of life. That seems too loud. Let me know if it's coming through too loud. I might turn that down. Maybe I just need to turn down my volume like that. This is sounding great. Wow. Liking this intro. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. Who did the music to Twin Peaks? It sounds very inspired by kind of scores. A few of the previous tracks have as well. This is great. I'll tell you what it's reminded me of is Cohen Sound's last album as well. And that comparison isn't thrown around lightly in any way. Woof. Do you play any other instruments, Hash? Are you classically trained or anything like that? Could this be? Yeah. They're great. They sound like a drummer's playing them. Like, right. Okay, cool. Right. So you've had some advice and feedback off two people who've been regular on this show as well, Sonnet and Fallen State. Right, that's amazing. That's really cool. So that's great. You're all like, you know, having your little, you're linking up away from this and collaborating and making music together and helping each other. Like, that's wicked. That's community. I think you've answered this question before. I think I've asked you that question before, because it does kind of, that answer rang a bell. I think a lot of people do. Like, it's going with what kind of feels right, doesn't it? Try it out until it all sounds like it fits in place. Oh, it's that boom boom, that cadence there, like. So I'm going to share this in the chat because it really reminds me of it. Have a little look. I mean, maybe you're already aware of this composer, but if not, it's the poignancy and the emotional kind of weight of this. I'm trying to think. I think like Encarta and his label Modern Conveniences would be a really good home for this. You've got the levels right on this one. This is definitely the best track of yours I've heard so far, and the last one was beautiful as well. And again, it kind of had those kind of classical motifs to it as well. Super emotional. That would be like, if I was making a mix with that, if I was doing that in a set, that would be like the midpoint where everything just needs to settle for a minute. We all just need to calm the fuck down before it all kicks back off again. Beautiful, absolutely stunning, quite solemn in a way, really. Anything in particular that kind of inspired that or anything, Hash? Let us know. Okay. Oh my word. Right, okay. So this is a bit of a cheat tune, right? It's Section, and if you were on the stream last month, Section wiped the floor with everybody with a track, I think it was called Run It. It's since been signed. It was nothing to do with the demo drop. It just got signed along with this one 2 days after he sent them. So it's not been released yet. When he submitted it, it hadn't been released yet. I'm going to pretend that I didn't know that this is going to come out on Digital's label Function. This is just Section being Section and being an absolute bad man. And his last tune literally turned the chat into just a zoo of emojis. But Hash, like, wow. Stunning. It's really, really cool now because we've been doing this since September last year. So now, like, you know, actually hearing kind of development and stuff, hearing artists really beginning to kind of thrive. A lot of that would be through, most of that is through your own diligence and your own, like, kind of craft in your art. But playing a role in that and linking you up with people who are giving you advice, or, you know, creating a space where you are linking up with people. That is what this is all about. So let's go on to a Section tune. This is Section with D set, like DE and then CET. It's called Dubstyle. And I think we all, if you're not wearing a hat, get a hat, put it on, hold on to it. If you're unaware of Section, he runs Locked Up Music. He's been on this for a very long time. That makes it sound like he's really old. I mean, he's kind of the same age as me, maybe a tiny bit younger. I don't know, actually. Age is but a number. Oh, no. Oh, phew. Oh, right, okay. That's his email there as well. Shit. I know what I've done. Do I delete that for data protection? Oh, I don't want to auto block myself. Oh well. I actually thought it was going to drop then. Here we go. Spam time. Yeah. Everybody knows how this is going to go already, isn't it? Okay. Fire emojis ready. Oh. Go on. This is reminding me of Fierce. Quarantine. Great to see Fierce back as well. Literally a tune coming out on Friday with Outrage. Just absolutely no holes barred. Proper, have some of this jungle. Just bruh. Yeah, Renegade hardware. Absolutely. Pure sonic brutalism. So where are we at? Just gonna regroup a little bit, make sure I've got everything in place. Wow. So I don't know, like, do I give feedback on this if it's already been signed by, like, you know, one of the nicest dudes, but one of the best producers in the kind of game from this sound, digital. Like, I don't know if he's giving you any feedback. So it seems a bit weird to give any feedback. I mean, I think my personal thought is the 6 minutes 20 is the long for a tune these days. Even for people who, you know, I don't believe that everything should be 3 minutes for Spotify or anything like that. But I do think, like, arrangements have changed. As a DJ, I need a tune which is 4 minutes, 5 minutes. But then, if you've got something lined up here, this is double drop time. Ooh. Okay. This is just no nonsense, isn't it? Just no nonsense tech funk. Just poof. And I really love what that kind of sub, that actual bass line is doing right round to the bottom with the kicks. Like, sounding good on the headphones, you know that's going to sound absolutely humongous on a rig. Wow, there we go. I'm going to leave it at that there. 4 minutes 27. That's all you're having section, because this has been signed. So we did kind of break the rules there, but he sent it when it was a demo. And just a banging tune and just keeping the quality high. So now here's another person now. Woosh, aka, I think his real name is Joe. We've had a little chat. I don't think he ever can make this live streams and stuff, but he's been a regular contributor. And this came through last month with a couple of other tunes. I think this is a 160 tune. Right, so here we go. This is called Cyclik. Again, that's Woosh with... Wait, okay. Ooh. All right, we're on a hardcore ravey kind of one. So let me give you... There we go. Oh, no, I definitely shared sections details, didn't I? Because I gave you his fucking email. Right, there we are. So this is Woosh. And I think, like, we've not heard the same genre twice from Woosh. We've had house, we've had ravey stuff. I've got a 200 BPM Congo Natty bootleg, which I played on Subtle recently. Pitched down a little bit, but yeah, definitely a man after my own heart in terms of anything goes, stylistically, genre-wise. Oh, whoa, okay. Was not expecting the 4/4 to kick in there. We're going places. This is journey music. Wow. I tell you who'd love this. My son, he's got into happy hardcore and hard dance recently. He's 9. It's amazing. Winning serious dad points by playing in Maro Picotto. Oof. This is bumping. Is there a download? Yes. I like that. I like that. But should something else come in at that stage as well? Because we've already had this. We've had this groove. Then it did that stop. I feel this almost needs something else. Maybe a sample, like a vocal sample, or nothing huge. Oh, okay. Now we're into breakbeat territory. If I could break dance and had enough space and didn't feel incredibly self-conscious, then I might break dance right about now. I think this also needs something. The bits where I find it easy to talk over are usually an indication that we could do with more. Or maybe not. Maybe less is more and we just need that groove. Maybe just an edit. So what's going to happen on the second drop now? See, this sound, like the hard beat sounds, the kind of hard house sounds, huge at the moment, huge. So I would probably pitch this down and put it in amongst those type of tunes when I'm playing this. Sonically though, everything's sitting in the right place. Great sense of momentum. Yeah, I think this needs another hook. It could be a vocal, could be something, it could be a little lead line. It either remains in this place as a kind of warm-up hardcore tune if you're playing the first set of the night and you've got that tempo. It's deep enough to do that, but I think there's enough space in there for it to do something else as well. For what it's worth, in my head, I've got a vocal, "You're no good for me, I don't need nobody," in my head going over this. So if I had an acapella of that, then I'd probably put it over. But I'm torn between whether this is understated and should stay understated, or it's undercooked and it needs a few additional toppings. This bit's wicked though. This bit can stay all day long. I think we'll wrap it up there. We know what that tune is doing. Woosh, big up each and every time. Please follow him. And now, right, okay, we're on to another regular who sent me loads of tunes. It's Crimes. I say that because there's an exclamation mark at the end. I always feel I have to justify that as well, but I can't say a word. Well, no, actually, I put exclamation marks at the end of everything, and I don't go at the end of every word. But anyway, this is called Dead, which there was like a range of tunes, but I've picked this one just because I liked it. The title. Well, we had Data Breach last time, so there's only one more tune out of the tunes that you sent me, Crimes. And big up Thank you for sending stuff. Like, great to have music from America. A lot of music coming from America. Depro, how are you doing in America at the moment? Like, right, okay. So here we go. Every time I've heard a Woosh tune on the show, it's always a vibe. Go on, Damage Man. Oof. Hang on. Right, I'm talking. Right, so let me just respond to all of these. Like, so yeah, Woosh he's killed it every time, I think. A couple of FX here and there. You reckon it only needs that? So maybe it is just that. And Eamon, yeah. Just bring in that kind of that momentum and stuff. Definitely. But yeah, right, wicked. I wanted to respond to them. I was talking way too much over that intro. Again, it's a very, very short tune. 2 minutes 40 seconds. Let's go. Probably because we're straight in on the action here, aren't we? What type of crimes does Crimes like to commit? Don't answer that. Just Crimes, tell me. Yeah. Grizzly. A very full-bodied groove. This reminds me of stuff that you might have heard on like Invisible. Rest in peace. 8 years ago, 10 years ago, or something like that. Yeah, maybe like almost kind of in with the critical sound as well, but from before. Like, this has definitely got like a R.I.P. to the dance floor. It's almost kind of grungy, isn't it? Like, but there's like 4 kind of bass layers all molten and folding into each other. Everything's sitting in the right place though. Yeah. Those are my type of crimes as well, Stereoripe. Cheeky bit of shoplifting, bit of trespassing, loads of pirating. These are the crimes that I had in mind as well. Although I do prefer the term petty pilfering. Just sounds more polite. Yeah. Again, a no-nonsense groove. That's clearly an idea, because I think this is wrapping up now, but clearly the tune isn't finished there. This is the groove. I would like to hear... What would I like to hear on this? Any boy okay, so we've not heard that sample before, so I think that sample, or if we have heard very little elements of it, I think that sample needs to play more of a lead role. I'd like to see that broken down in a slightly more kind of typical arrangement. I think what we've got here is just the big fat loop of all of the array of all of the ingredients, which can then be spread out and stuff like that. I think this is a great tune though. I think it's really cool. And yeah, I think it just sounds like it's definitely a demo stage there. Crimes, I think me and you need to have a chat really anyway. Like, you've been contributing to this show and stuff. We featured you before when we did a cool thing on Craze and his label and stuff like that. Oh, Fair Dodgy. Now that's a good one. Brilliant. Hash is getting track titles. Brilliant. Right, okay, so here we go. We've had Crimes now, and I think, who else was next? The man himself, Damage Man. So everybody please pay attention to the website and the SoundCloud tomorrow, because we will be running a Damage Man mix and interview. Right, so this is Damage Man and MCK-ness. Which is brilliant. We talked about you working with MCs and stuff in feedback on previous tracks and things like that, so it's great. Like, it was really cool to actually kind of chat to you and see you on the screen the other day, Tom. So this is Stone Cold Killer. Now there's a crime. Hopefully not a crime that any of us have committed. Not in a stone cold way anyway. I'm a hot-blooded killer.
I'm a stone cold microphone killer. I bring the ammo when the DJ pulls the trigger. When the beats drop, you know we deliver. Spray like nitro, make you freeze and shiver.
Is this on your mix, Tom, that you've done for One More Thing? That vocal, I recognise that vocal.
From the summertime rolling straight through the winter, my hooks take your head off and serve you up for dinner.
Right.
Never lose because I'm a winner. Roll, someone pass me the clipper. No, let's serve you up for dinner.
Hang on.
Nitro make you freeze and shiver. From the summertime rolling straight through the winter, my hooks take your head off and serve you up for dinner. Because I'm a winner. Got the dank roll, someone pass me the clipper.
Wow, okay, go on. Yeah, that's great fun. I've never heard of MCK Ness. I'm really sorry, MCK Ness, I've not heard of you before. As I understand, though, you are a winner. Yeah. This is hitting slightly different. I'm really feeling this, Tom. This is great. Chimpo vibes, yeah.
I'm a stone cold microphone killer.
So who is MCK Ness? Let's have a little find out. He's cutting through. I mean, that's your production, Tom, there that he's cutting through on, but he knows what he's doing with the microphone, man. Right, okay. He's worked with you before. Midlife Crisis Studio. Okay. Yeah, tell us. Let me.
Microphone killer. I bring the ammo when the DJ pulls the trigger. When the beats drop, you know we deliver. Spray like nitro, make you freeze and shiver. From the summertime rolling straight through the winter, my hooks take your head off and serve you up for dinner.
That bit.
Got the dank roll, someone pass me the clipper.
I will pass you the clipper, but only if you promise to give it back, because clippers always get stolen. And then twos on that dank. It's one of your best mates from when you were kids. Oh, go on, that's amazing. That's wicked. And actually, right, I found this because I was just doing a little search. So this is cool. I just love the picture.
I'm a stone cold microphone killer. I bring the ammo when the DJ pulls.
This is what a stone cold microphone killer looks like.
We deliver. Spray like nitro, make you freeze and shiver. From the summertime rolling straight through the winter, my hooks take your head off and serve you up for dinner. Never lose because I'm a winner. Got the dank roll, someone pass me the clipper.
Yeah. Really feeling this. I don't think it's a demo drop without a Damage Man tune these days. Like, it's quite a traditional MC style. It's not like you don't find that many MCs kind of spitting like that kind of like. Just like a lot of people are kind of more when they're going at that tempo. It's more spoken, whereas
microphone killer.
He's fucking powering that. There's no mistaking what Canis is about. Yeah, that studio mix, and I've also like shared that there. Brilliant. Nah, this is great. This is really cool, and it does sound quite different. It hits, but it hits in a different way.
Microphone killer. I bring the ammo when the DJ pulls the trigger. When the beats drop, you know we deliver. Spray like nitro, make you freeze and shiver. From summertime rolling straight through the winter, my hooks take your head off and serve you up for dinner. Never lose because I'm a winner. Got the dank roll, someone pass me the clipper.
Okay. Wow. Amazing. Big up Damage Man. Big up MCK Ness as well if you're watching this video or anything. That was great. That was really cool and great fun. Now this is something now, right, I want to give this a little bit of context. So I've been chatting to a guy called Jesse. His artist name is Ether. ETHR, I believe. Yeah, man, like proper old school. I'm gonna say it's on that kind of chalky white, kind of sharky style. Like it's a real kind of, that is traditional UK MCing. It's great. Right, so yeah, I've been chatting to Jesse for a while now. He sent in a demo, and then he redacted it, and then he sent in a new one and stuff. He's really at the start of his production journey. I think this has been like, it's taken him quite a bit to jump over a few kind of mental barriers to submit this, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jesse. I don't think you're here in the chat, 'cause I think you're in America. Might be a different, like, I'm not too sure what time it is where you are. Anyway, thank you for sending this in. I'm really excited to hear this because I know it means a lot to you. So here we go. It's on Google Drive, so there's usually a bit of a delay. I'll just kind of talk. Oh, right, okay. Here we go. So the track itself is called Where to Begin. At the start, preferably. Sorry. Well, they're hitting in the right place. Ooh. Okay, just gonna drop the SoundCloud in there. Big up Infinite 10. I'm going to send you an email. So how's this going to go? Wow, okay. Common value vibes, isn't it? Yeah. Very well punctuated. Very well punctuated. All those drums are sitting in the right place. Those kicks are hitting hard. The bass textures are nice. Sizzly. Yeah. There's love for this. So Jesse, when you watch this back, let me know. Yeah, now I'm always intrigued to like kind of how much is sound design, how much is samples, how much comes from like other sample packs and stuff. As long as nothing's just lifted and put in and just cut and paste and just turned into a tune lazily, any elements work, whatever works for you as an artist, however you get your sound. This feels really well controlled. It's reminded me of a few other people who aren't on this particular show but have been on a lot of other shows, Ivy and Rolling Resistance. Both kind of got that kind of old schooly sound. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Hash. And I think this is, well, it's one of those tunes that's just going to ooze out of a speaker, like out of a big rig. You hear all those subs. This, I like that. It's the little details. So I've got this interview coming up soon with Acid Vicious. Really interesting guy, very experimental. And he said it's a power move to put loads of effort into a 2-second sound, which you never hear anywhere else in the tune. And I really like that. It is a power move. Well, it's a way of saying, I care so much about my music, I'm going to put so much detail into everything that you're not even going to notice it. But we do notice these things, subconsciously, I think. And it's a great exercise. Like, I really enjoy doing this. I've had to train myself to listen to music in the way that I do and interview people in the way that I do. But it really helps the focus. This is great. I'm downloading this bastard. And again, I'm going to say, does it need more elements? I don't think it does, though, because I think by this stage, this is very DJ music. You'd have the other tune coming in. Super crispy. It's cutting through really, really nicely. This is made for mixing. This is made for dancing. kind of got that timeless kind of vibe, and also a vibe that could kind of fit in between all of the subgenres. Cold, crisp, hard hitting, there's some warmth in there. Oh, go on, he's here. Right, okay, cool. Right, it's a combination of my own sound design and samples to help me fill some stuff out. I think that's great. That's really, really great. Thank you for sending that in. I would be sending more stuff. Yeah, just super. That tune knew exactly what it needed to be, and it was focused. Like when I was saying about maybe adding other elements in, I think that's just because I was waiting to play another tune. Then after that, like by that stage, I would be mixing in something else. So figuring out a good work-life balance. Yeah. You need to, really, or otherwise you can put way too much into the music and not have the other life stuff. Or that's the story of my life. It's the story of all of our lives. Like everybody in this chat, really getting that work life and music balance and stuff. And you never get it quite right. If you've got other people who really kind of support and respect that in your life, then that's the biggest blessing I think you can have. Something that me and Tom were talking about in an interview, really, having a partner who gives you space to do your nerdy shit. Because if you don't do your nerdy shit, you're not a happy person. So what's the point in having a relationship with you if you're not happy? But yeah, we're very blessed to have people who give us space in our lives. Now, here is Virtue. Let's give him some space. Virtue's really quite well known. He has a label, X-Jack. He's from Gloucester. I've interviewed him a bunch of times. And he released his debut album on John B's label. That's the first time I spoke to him. So big up, James, if you're watching or watching later on in the future. I big up everybody who's watching right now. Quite a lot of you, and well, 4 of you on YouTube. That's brilliant. Right, normally, right, Sonnet, have a lovely dinner. Or as we call it in Wales, tea. This is one of 2 tracks the Virtue sent me. It's called Purple Mist. Oh, okay. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm going to tell you this right here. I'm just going to pause it for a minute. I really love all of the elements in this. I love the kind of trancey undertones. Does it need something else on the top end? Does it need a little, like an extra hi-hat or an extra crispiness? Just on that top end, it's just feeling like everything's kind of a little bit sludgy down on the lower bit. I think that needs a tiny bit more snap. But I like those kind of da-da-da percussive shots. There's a lot there. There's a lot all introducing itself at once. I think my microphone's coming in a little bit hot again because it's going all red. I'm sure you'll let me know. If there's a better way of introducing all of these elements. I want to see what the breakdown's doing. If there's a cleverer way to create some drama out of all of them, because you've got about 10 or 15 layers there. You've got those humanized vocals, you've got various basses, you've got the pads, you've got the drums and percussive elements and the sub. Does this need to be stripped back? What can you take away from this, James? And I reckon you'll still have that same oomph. I like that bass line. That's a really cool bit. I love that. I like it when breakdowns do this. It's cool. I can see the waveform. That was cool as well. I think you purposefully gone on the like no impact, like or reserving a little impact, so it's not. It doesn't. Not every drop needs to be a headbutt. Some really nice little details like this bit here now. Like a really old school kind of an old school trick there, but I also did it on this. I want to just come back to this a minute. So it's almost as that tape stop type of thing like this. Hold on, I'll take it back here actually. So go like that. I like it when things slow down, but maybe it should do that there and then. It could just be a mastering thing. It could just be a mix down thing. And what is it in length? Almost 4 minutes. I think it's got everything it needs, but they're all jumbled up. Not quite in the right space. Brilliant. Hash is saying loads of unexpected squelchy bits. Brilliant sound design. Dan's loving it. Sick breakdown from Jesse, Aoife there. I mean, I might be being overcritical. But I think now you're bringing in other synth noises now, here. What are these doing here? Interesting, really, really, really interesting. I think you got 1.5 tunes there. I think you need to take half of it away. I don't know which half. I think those very late entering arpeggio bits don't need to be there, or if they do, they need to play a stronger role. I mean, we all just need to go back to this funky bit here. Yo, that's a summertime vibe. I put the windows down. If my windows weren't already down in my car when this come on, I'd put them down like that. I like that. Does that tune need to be a halftime tune? Do you need to take out the tempo? Do you, like, you've got loads of those great trancey elements. I think there's too much has been thrown at it, and now it's a case of removing stuff, I think, really. But I think that's great. That's called Purple Mist. I think I've shared this thing in the thing. An LP tune. Yeah, definitely. Like, not necessarily a kind of club tune. Have I said? Yeah, Virtue, I have, of course. Right, okay, we are down to last kind of quadrant of the show, let's say. Right, Strafe. This is called Create Context. Now, I remember there was a story about this. So I'm just going to quit. I think there was a story. Maybe there isn't a story. Let's find out. Let's bring up his email. Yes, right, hold on. Because the tune is called Create Context. So this one started off as a bit of an experiment to try not to use kick drums in a really upfront first drop. Right, okay. But then I caved and added them in. The second drop, I feel, could be split off as its own tune. So I'm curious of what others think of it. Right, okay. Maybe I shouldn't have said that because that kind of preempts us to think certain things. But who knows? So Strafe, his name is Liam. He's from Australia. Dramatic.
What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Wow. I got sidetracked then because we had a spam bot. So as with all of these things, like I want to give this my full attention, and I was getting a bit sidetracked by a spam bot there. Thank you for saying ban Depro. I should make some people some mods. Gooder was, but Gooder does his stream around about this time. Anyway, right, so I want to hear that drop because he was trying not to go too crazy on that drop, but that sounded like it was a proper high impact snap there to me. Right, let's go.
What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Yeah. So now I have to look up what MGS2 is. Metal Gear Solid. I thought it was a game because it's a gamey kind of graphic on the tune.
Create context.
Oh. Yeah. This is definitely kind of in the same kind of area as that Infinite 10 track. The Sonnet track as well, I would say. The stuff that Sultra's given us in the past. Chazwav stuff, like some of that really kind of grisly. So what are we thinking now about this second drop and the breakdown? Yeah, I thought you'd like this one, Soldier. This is beautiful. What is everybody's thoughts on like big breakdowns anyway? I know a lot of DJs aren't into big breakdowns. I think it's because they kind of got to stand there. Some DJs will be all like that. That's beautiful. Meanwhile, everybody in the dance floor, well, I do think like breakdowns are more right. Yeah. I'm going to let this play out a bit and then I'm going to share some thoughts. Actually, no, I will. I'll stop here because he did ask and he said about it kind of feeling like 2 tracks maybe. It's for a contemporary drum and bass tune, I think that's great the way that it's done that. A lot of tracks, you know, like a Manu and Bunchin, Caracal Project, people like that are really, really good at just flipping. And the end tune is just like a completely different build-up or a chord sequence or something like that. Because this is so long and because you've gone in so hard on these bits, you know, hang on. Yeah, you've introduced all of the elements here on the breakdown. So, you know, we've got them first, then we go into the dreamy chords, then you go into the breakdown, and then you go into this lovely floaty kind of second drop. What would be really nice for the DJs who've got the patience to, and the dance floor that's got the patience, is after we've got here, so we've had the breakdown, lovely, 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 DJs going like that, people on the dance floor rushing their tits off, and then we've got this bit. Then, here, maybe I'm making a massive pig's ear of this because you can't see the waveform and I can, so you're like, where the fuck is he in the tune? I think the grizzly bits should come in for a final 16 or 32 at the end, just to kind of bring it all. So yeah, So Jesse's saying, yeah, no, I think it depends on where you place the song in the mix. Absolutely. It's up to the DJ to play the big breakdown. Yeah, definitely. Not all big breakdowns are going to work at different times and stuff like that. So no, Strafe, I think you've got a really, really good, clever, well-arranged tune there. Perhaps some of the elements, some of those really grisly elements in the first section around, you know, kind of that first drop and that first kind of 64 should come back in at the end just to tie it all up. Do they? Because we haven't actually listened to the very, very end. So here we go. I very much doubt they're going to come in the last kind of 20 seconds. No, because that's just finishing with some beats, but very nice for making your tune 420 in length. Maybe a happy accident, maybe not. Actually, I tried to get, I had a mix and it was 1 hour, 23 minutes, and I then added a load of shit. So it was 45 seconds. But then I uploaded it to SoundCloud and it was 1 hour, 23 minutes and 50. It made no sense. I was really looking forward to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the time. Not this time though, bub. Right, Strafe, amazing. If I haven't shared, I think I have shared this thing. Right, okay, we are wrapping up now. We've got how many tunes left? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tunes left. And this one actually was popping off on the socials today when I shared a little clip. This is Vagrants. Every time I always try and say it differently. Okay, right. The last tune that he sent us was a dubstep tune. Let's see where this is going. Tension. This is definitely a 140 tune. So Vagrants, I think from Austria, I'm going to say. Oh. Wow. Literally nothing on the SoundCloud. Nothing. Wow. Okay. Ooh. In with the creepy ones. I'm going to share this in here anyway. And he's got no tracks on his SoundCloud yet, no satellite. And do you know what? I was trying to find him on Instagram. I should say them. I do apologise, Vegans, if I've got your pronoun wrong. No. Oh, AI coming in with a handy tips. Vegan slightly refers to a specific model of Sony Vio laptop. Big up the laptop community, sending in demos. AI has become self-aware. Technology has become self-aware. Hey, Spectra T in the house. Go on, lad. I was talking about you to VC the other day. One of my favourite moments festivals last year. Ooh. Moody. A lot of people getting really back on the 140 bus. As editor of UKF for almost 10 years, I can safely say I'd never got off the 140 bus, even at its most lambasted of eras. This is stone cold. Yeah. Stuff like this, the louder the better really, the bigger the rig, the more subs you can actually feel. I mean, this is super minimal. Now it'd be standard practice to have a little bit of spoken word here. This definitely feels like a demo. I want another element. I'm like, as a DJ, I'd be mixing in something now. That's some mad percussive shit going on. The standard thing would be maybe a bit of spoken word, something from a film. There's a singer. She's called Phoebe. I don't know what. She sings with Truth. She's amazing. She would sound really, really fucking good on this. What is her name? I know her real name is Phoebe, but I'm trying to think. Like Truth Dubstep. I was like finding a needle in a haystack because they've released so much stuff. I like that sound. Yeah. I would like I would like this to have another element. Oh, uh-oh. They're saying to activate, please enable. Oh, right, okay. Phew, I thought I'd lost the connection then for a minute. Yeah, definitely. UK dubstep is back. And it is great to see, like, you know, the minimal kind of side of things. Like, there are people who've always been making it, even if they've been veering off into jungle every now and again and stuff like that. Let me get the next one lined up. Real creeper. I'd like a download of this. Hey, okay, right. So, brilliant. I'd forgotten that this would have been submitted. We've got another relatively well-known name coming up now in a second. I don't know if he's in the chat or not. Yeah, vibes. So we know what that's all about. Big up Vagants, maybe. I don't know. I do this thing on Vision where I never pronounce things the right way. I think if I had a skill, if I could just have a wish, normally it is to speak any language, including with animals. But it'd be really nice to just be able to pronounce things properly the first time. Like, right, this is from Kravitz. We're on our last 4 tunes of the demo drop. This is Kravitz, now based on the South Coast, but originally from Bath. Known to me, very known to me now. And this track is called Nose Nachos. Whoa. Hang on. So now Spectra, were you just on YouTube and now you've gone onto Twitch? Right, big up Soldier. Thank you so much for coming.
I realize it sounds weird, but it's like...
If you're not following Kravitz, you really need to be.
He was drinking and I didn't realize at the time, but I think he was using cocaine because it was like there was a jar of cocaine.
Oh my God. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Spectra, for joining us. It's great seeing label owners, DJs, just joining in. A lot of people are here, contributors to the show and have sent stuff in. Wow. I think I just gotta pause this for a second because we've gone from like the most minimal, like, you know, real moody, dungeony dubstep to something full on and pow like this. That is a real hit of Nose Nachos if ever I heard one, for the ear. Ear nachos. Okay, so I'm going to give you the email address here, demos@one-more-thing.co.uk.
It was just a kind of a surreal experience.
So he has already told me where the samples come from. Can anybody guess where this sample has come from? I'd never be able to tell.
My dog stepped on a bee.
And actually, I'd like to see those samples a lot clearer in there, because they kind of, when vocal samples kind of become the texture, they lose character. It kind of all gets a bit muddy. It's like, what did she say? What did she say? But anyway, yeah, I know where these samples are from. Does anybody else recognise that voice and the famous court case that it is sampled from? Your SoundCloud links, MP3s, Dropbox, anything is absolutely fine. As long as it's a digital format, like.
There was a jar.
Yes, it is. Correct. Hash,
drinking and
you win the jar of cocaine. That's the prize. But you've got to get it off Amber Heard. Or, what's his name?
cocaine.
Oh. My words. It does, doesn't it? Such a Johnny Depp thing to do.
Whoa, what happened here?
Definitely downloading this. Yeah.
It was just a kind of a surreal experience.
So I do apologise. I'll turn this down a tiny bit. Because it's not just Kravitz. This is Kravitz and a friend, a collaborator called Dubs. That's D-U-B-B-Z. So I do apologise, Dubs. I've just been saying Kravitz.
There was a jar. I realized it sounds weird, but an actual vintage jar.
Right.
I realized
Oh, hang
it
on.
sounds weird, but it's like an actual vintage jar of it.
Oh. Funny little element at the end there. Yeah, that's a very Johnny Depp thing to do, a vintage jar as well. Like, you gotta have a special jar for that type of stuff. Look out for the B-side. I think on good authority that the B-side is going to be called Pocket Speed. I have no idea why. Big up Kravitz and big up Dubs. That was great. Right, okay, so now for a new regular on the show, he's been on the last couple of shows. Iltek the Cutter. I don't think he's in the chat. If he is, then he's been very, very quiet. I've actually downloaded this, so I just need to quickly bring it up in my download folder. Oh, yeah, and I've downloaded so much stuff today that I can't find it. Here we go. This is called Make It Right. And it'll come on any minute. Last time I had like 2 failures, 2 complete laptop meltdowns. So I'm really glad that that hasn't happened. And it was really cool actually looking back, like you couldn't tell over the stream. The stream stayed up on YouTube and stuff. Technology. This is kind of reminiscent of the Infinite 10 tune in that kind of weird, strange, chatty.
I'll be trying to avoid wicked styles.
Infinite Music 10, sorry.
Will put you in the now.
Where's this vocal from?
We living so far from the la light. We living so
Oh, wow.
far down, does it make it alright?
Hey! Wow. Okay, so this is Iltek the Cutter, another US contributor. Wow. We've had a late entry and we're gonna respond to that as well. Big up Spectra T, brilliant. Demo ready tunes. Oh wow. Oh holy shit. Oh right. I have questions. But first we will listen to this. This is great. Very well articulated. It's got a nice bounce. Nice and tight.
Well, we try to avoid wicked styles. Wicked will put you in the now.
Right, so this is featuring Apocry. Okay.
We living so far from the la light.
I like that.
Living so far down, does it make it alright? Oh.
Fucking hell. That's a rewind.
Put you in the now. Wicked child. We living so far from the la light. We living so far down, does it make it alright? Oh.
Oh my god. Yeah. 9 thumbs up. It's just like a wry little subtle hint of kind of square pusheriness there. This could so easily go scattier, couldn't it? So Apocry, I think, is that his full name? Ah, no. Apocry Cypher. So here's the MC. I need to find out more about him. Cyphers of the Eye. Oh. Ah, right, okay. Wow. So that I'm interested, Iltek, when you watch this back, get in touch, tell me about that MC, because that sounds like you were working with an MC making original vocals. That doesn't sound like a sample. I really liked his kind of style. The twistedness, I think my face and my reaction said everything you need to know about that. That was exceptional. That was really, really good. Like maybe that kind of mix down level that needs to be a tiny bit clearer and stuff. But I've already downloaded it. That's going on the USB, and I'm definitely going to drop that on somebody in a B2B very, very soon. Right, Andy, so I've got 2 more tunes because yours came in really late. So I've got a tune. No, I've got I've got a tune from Direct, a tune from Cooney, and then I will play yours. So let me know. Tell me. So you've already said which one you want to play. Right. So first we go to a tune from Direct. Direct has also enlisted those type of responses from me. We've had a little clip on our socials last week with the Who Strangled the Trumpet Player. Still don't know who strangled the trumpet player, but whoever, they did a damn fine job. So Direct, responsible for some absolutely filthy sounds. Let me just share his Instagram with you. Already kind of feeling the wooziness of this, slightly disarming.
Ever hear of Evil Knievel?
No way.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Brilliant. You just tried to rewind the last track. Yeah, very clean production. Loads of little details.
Yes.
Again, very much reflecting the inner workings of my brain. If you were to wander around in my brain, these type of noises would just spring out here from every corner. Super clean on those drums, really snappy. Oh, Fergus, man, you're spoiling us. This is great. Really, really interesting. Like, it's all very well having like interesting noises and mad sound design, but if they don't glue together or tell a story, I think it's very hard. They leave you kind of soulless. But I don't think there hasn't been a track yet by Direct where it's been far out, like seriously far out, but it's kind of worked. It's made sense within the context. There's some really interesting sounds going on here. more tunes left after this. Direct. I really, really like this tune. I hope we get more and more of these from you. And please, like, you know, we got label bosses in the house, in the lab, in the house. Like, you know, the whole idea of this. So.
Hear of Evil Knievel?
No way.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Brilliant.
Yes, yes, yes.
Now we've got AMC playing tunes. We got Gifter playing these tunes. We got people signing things. Solar have signed a whole bunch of tunes from this show. I've signed a bunch of things from this show.
Yes, yes.
That's great. So thank you to everybody who's been taking part as well and chatting away. And I love these kind of last minute things. Like literally, this got sent about 5 minutes before we started.
Yes, yes, yes.
Ooh, that went right across the spectrum. I could hear that from there going over there. That was great.
Yes, yes, yes.
So Cooney, are you still in the chat? Are you still with us? Because I'm going to play your tune in precisely 1 minute's time. I've got everything lined up. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
There we go. Going to stop that there just because I've got 2 more tracks. I really need to get on with my evening there. And that was absolutely phenomenal. Like everything director sent is not a demo. It's good to go really. I'm downloading that and I'm putting that on my USB. I've got a whole bunch of B2Bs that I'm playing in the next 5 or 6 days, and I hope that will find a space in the sets. So this is Cooney. He is a regular on this show as well. It's been a slight variation on how to pronounce his name, which is great. This is called Head Crash. Big shout out to those of you who've experienced head trauma. I have too many times, which might be why I get so fizzy about certain things and get so forgetful about certain things. Who knows? Nice moody intro. Really, really enjoyed everything that Cooney has sent over in the past. We've actually played some stuff on Vision Radio as well. Thank you very much, Damage Man. Yeah, this is like just we're plugged into the future right here. You're absolutely right, Hash. Weird and good.
Making music that'll bump for
Ooh, making music that'll what? Sorry, knee closure.
Making music that'll bump for
Making music that will pompoy? Who knows? It's a minor detail when you've got a bass line just hitting you like this.
Making music.
Actually, do you know what? This makes me think of you, Damage Man, this type of track. Beats need to kick a bit harder. Needs a bit more of a kind of... This has got a UK sound though. This has got a kind of a UK... Well, it's rollery, isn't it? Pretty sure I saw Boo posting the other day saying rollers are back. So if Boo's saying it, then rollers have got to be back. Rollers never really went away. There's always space for rollers in a set. Oh, what is that saying? That'll pompoy. What is a pompoy? This is great. This is just a tracky track. Right, so Spectra, what was the tune that you wanted me to play? And it's coming up with a different name, like, so you're going to have to tell me.
Making music that'll bump for
Ultra Light. So you're going to have to explain a little bit about Ultra Light and what was the tune that you wanted me to play, actually. Hold on. Na, 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 na. Yeah, loving the name variation as well. Big up on that. And I'm glad we had that conversation. Hey, Electron, what's going on? We're literally wrapping up, I'm afraid. We've got one more tune after this. And this one came in really, really late minutes. So accidentally, right. Okay. So, What You Want. Okay, right, cool. In the meantime.
Making music.
Oh. I like that. And actually, like, for a little bit of kind of creative feedback, so the way that you had this, so you got this now.
Making music.
There. A bass line repeating the phrase of the vocal sample, that's really cool, and that's way better than making music that'll pompoy. There's like, I don't know anybody else who would be able to understand what that last little bit of that sentence is. Making music that'll pompoy, I don't know. Maybe it's just my cloth ears and my tinnitus, but this is a much better effect here.
Making music.
That's great. Really, really nice little detail there. So, I mean, I would consider...
Making music.
Obviously, I don't produce, so these are all very much ideas from a music lover's mind, a DJ's mind. But if you had just the making music... But that bass line is talking now, because we've heard it repeating the making music bit. You got it really well under control, though. I like that. Levels wise, mix down wise, I think this sounds great. Okay, so what have we got here? Right, oh, okay, right. Oh. Right, okay. So Spectra, is that kind of public knowledge then? Is that something that I can quickly reveal when we're playing that tune, or is it still behind the scenesy type of stuff? This is really exciting. We're going to end with an exclusive, which is coming in the last 15 minutes of the stream from Spectra T. It's a collaboration. It's an exciting project that not many people, you know, that it hasn't been played publicly very much. We've got a proper exclusive here. This is great. And this is exactly right. Okay, so what was it? What it was called, the What You Want tune. Okay, so here we go. Oh, he's got the downloads turned off and everything. Okay.
Oh, you took your time to find what you want. All those white lies say I'm not what you need, but I know it's false. Now it's nighttime. You're belling my line. You know you're all mine. I'm just what you need. Come and get what you want.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. Okay. Right. Gonna stop that there. I'll rewind in a minute. That is instantly taking me back to start working on UKF about kind of, I don't know, 10, well, no, 12 years ago, and listening to UKF before. This has got a real kind of early 2010s, late 2000s, like kind of energy, big anthemic. This is like dance floor in the old school kind of sense. I say old school, which is like old school for your generation. Old school for my generation is another 20 years before, 10 years before, but this has got that kind of classic. This is the sound that got you into drum and bass, isn't it?
Oh, you took your time to find what you want. All those white lies say I'm not what you need, but I know it's false. Now it's nighttime. You're belling my line. You know you're all mine. I'm just what you need. Come and get what you want.
Massive dance floor energy. I'm assuming that you've tested these out, Andy, and that they sound alright in the club. It's very hard when you've got such a really big, wide mix to get any more weight on those kicks. I mean, this will take back anybody who's in their mid to late 20s. This is the sound of getting into drum and bass. This is the sound of me getting into like writing for UKF and covering a lot more drum and bass. This is huge sounding. Like it's that kind of the sound of Viper around about like 2009, 2010, Nero, early Cameron Crooked, stuff like that.
Oh, you took your time to find what you want.
And what? Yeah.
Say I'm not what
I'm quite picky about my dance floor. But I'm just going to write the name of the act here. This is Ultralight. And just to help upkeep the mystery. Actually, no, you've already said it. It's a collaboration between a bunch of people doing cool shit like this. I'm really excited to hear how you reveal all of this and you kind of build this out to the world. Would be more than happy to do like an editorial or an article or some type of mixed spotlight or anything like that. Yeah. I'm quite picky on my dance floor because I quite often find that it's a little too predictable. But I think this has just got the right balance of elements. I tell you who the vocalist reminds me of as well, Tasha Baxter. And that kind of hitting those like kind of, I don't know, like, hold on a minute, 'cause that's coming from a playlist. There we go, that's there. It was only the one tune that you wanted me to play. That was amazing. Like, what a great way to end the show, like a proper exclusive and something that could well be pretty big. I think that's a project that you're really kind of developing and has great potential. I'm buzzing at the way that this show has ended, buzzing at the way it started as well. Started with something really moody and cinematic and kind of chill outy, and yeah, brilliant. What a great range, loads of great music, really decent numbers in the chat as well, and decent numbers on the stream and stuff for what this show is. Amazing. Thank you to all the regulars. Thank you to anybody new. Please help me spread the word. Please tell your friends. Share this. Share the YouTube video or anything else. Any information about it in production groups and stuff. Need to make this grow. Need to make this bigger. Need to pay the bills. If anybody can support on Patreon, please do. Otherwise, just get me a beer or just buy me a burger when we're out and about, isn't it? Thank you so much to everybody. I've really, really, really enjoyed this. Go out and enjoy the rest of the sun if you can. Or just go out and enjoy your lives. And I'll be back sometime, what is it now? It's April now. I was going to say sometime early April. This is early April. I'll be around in May. And look